We'll go walking through those special places that we knew. Hey folks, it's Greg. You're watching Greg's Country Cabin Outdoors. Hope you're having a great day. So there's a thunderstorm rolling in, and this branch was cut off before we bought our place where this squirrel's sitting. And the rain's pouring down, the squirrel's found a dry spot to sit. Okay? So there was another squirrel that came up underneath right there, and you can just barely see it. The rain is running down it's right inside that hole right there. You can just see its tail. So I'm going to see if I can swing around because it's pretty jumpy. It's watching me pretty close. There it is. They're just trying to find shelter from the rain, and he's going back up to trying to talk that one into letting him sit there, but he's back in the hole again. It's funny. And there was a third one right down there under the cabin. So yeah, pretty good storm coming in. I don't expect it to last, but it's kind of fun to sit and watch the rats. There's a third one. It's obviously a family. There's two nests in the top of that tree. They've all gone away now. But yeah, there's two nests in the top of that tree. I don't know which one belongs in which nest, but just another day at the cabin. A rainy day at that, but another day at the cabin. Well, it's been raining for several days, off and on. I was not expecting rain at all today. The lake is way up, higher than I think I've ever seen it. I did treat it for moss, and as you can see, it's gone. It's cleared off rather nicely. So I'm looking forward to getting out there and doing some fishing. But it's supposed to rain all night tonight and into tomorrow, so we'll see. Well, it's been raining for quite a while, and if you can see that golden strip right there, that is the soil, the clay soil, washing off from up above. So there's been quite a bit of rain. When we start getting that discoloration in the lake, that tells us there's a lot of runoff. The ground's been saturated for quite some time, and there's no place for it to go. It has to run off. And the lake is overfull. It's been overfull for quite some time, but the dam is holding nicely. That's always good to see, because I hate to lose my fishing grounds. Well, it's pork chops and green beans for supper tonight. And a little treat this time. The pork chops ain't cooked on the grill. They're cooked or fried in bacon grease. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Oh my goodness. That is so good. Little bit of Old Bay seasoning. Well, a lot of Old Bay seasoning. But fried in bacon grease. It is so good. And a lot of excess margarine on the green beans. because that's the way I like it. Life is good for this old hunter-gatherer. If you look across over there, you can see a little bit of the clay coming down on that side too. So we have an erosion problem, and we've always known it. The neighbor across the way said that this lake was actually so deep back over in that area that you couldn't walk across it. Now you can walk across it right there. So it's filled in a lot, silted in. A lot of it had to do with property owners clearing their land, stripping the vegetation off, and trying to build it up so they could put a cabin or a house of some sort in there. And because the lake is back up to full pool. 3 years ago, the lake was down as low as it could possibly get without being drained. Okay, I'm exaggerating. It was down 6 feet from what it is right now. So I could walk all the way out onto my dock and cast all the way across the lake because there wasn't any water in front of my dock. You could walk around the end of my dock on dry land. That's how dry it was. It used to be deep. It used to be really deep. It used to be excellent fishing. Used to be's don't count anymore. So, hey, we got to deal with what we got. Well, I was kind of hoping to have a campfire tonight. Have a few friends over, but it's raining. It's still raining. And it's going to keep raining all night long. So I put a fire in a fireplace, listening to good music, and just relaxing. Life is good. Well, it's Sunday morning, and it's still raining. The lake has come up a few inches. I haven't been down to my dock to see how far it is up on the ramp right now, but it has come up some more. Be interesting to see just how far under the Lost Boys dock is now, and the neighbor's dock, which was back over there, I can't even see now because the trees have leafed out completely. So yeah, when it quits raining this afternoon, I'm going to try to get out there and get some more video of the lake. Well, it finally quit raining. I don't know for how long. I tried to bring up the radar and my phone's running extremely slow, so I don't know if it's done, if there's another wave coming in, but it's after 10 o'clock, so I'm going to sneak down to the dock, get some video, and see if I can't get out on the lake and look around, see how things are. Well, I didn't make it out there, and it's raining pretty good right now. You can see how the pond isn't glassy anymore. I know it's hard to see through the window because of the rain running down it, but I'm glad I didn't make it out there because I'd have been out on the lake when it started raining again. So looks like I'm going to hold off till at least noon. Well, looks to me like we now have a cabin on Golden Pond. Kind of hard to see the golden color with all the reflection of the trees, but the clay has washed down the hill from up above quite badly this time around, and it's golden all the way across the lake. Yesterday when I was down here to fish, The water was right at the bottom edge of that. Now it's about halfway up. So apparently it has come up 3 inches since last night. That neighbor's dock that I couldn't see from the cabin, water's about halfway up on that. So yeah, the lake's come up quite a bit. The metal post right here used to stick up a good 5 feet above the dock, and that little metal post right down there and this little metal post right down here, I could just barely get over the top of. So they're up, water's up 3 feet at that particular point right there. So we've got quite a bit of water this year. I've always been able to mow around that tree. I can't mow around it this time because the water's all the way up. But this is the first time that I can recall that the water in this lake has been at full pool. Those trees would not be there if this lake hadn't almost dried up. It's come up about 5 feet, maybe 6, since the last drought that we had here, and all this vegetation grew on dry land. And now the willow tree's fallen over, and the grass is just barely peeking up above the water. But yeah, it finally quit raining. Oh boy, let's go get some fishing gear and go fishing. One of our few rabbits, and he looks like it's taking shelter underneath the bench by the fire pit. It's raining again, so you know, yeah, all kinds of wildlife out here. Well, it's been another wonderful weekend at the cabin. My dogwood tree is absolutely beautiful. The grass is pretty and green. Got everything mowed, and it's time to go home. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.